fishing news is brought to you by Okuma.
Winter show season is all about shopping and talking shop with fellow anglers. It's also about informative seminars on tactical fishing. And by boat or by beach, we have one heck of a lineup here at the Jersey Shore this weekend. I'm Jim Hutchinson with the New Jersey Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine here at the New Jersey Boat Sale and Expo in Edison, the Raritan Center. Just getting everything finalized here. Folks are still bringing in some boats. Kicks off Thursday at noon. It goes Thursday and Friday, noon till 8, Saturday 10 to 8, and Sunday 10 to 5. By the looks of things, it's going to be a great show. And of course, we've got a great lineup of seminars here presented by the Fisherman magazine and the Recreational Fishing Alliance. As a matter of fact, it starts Thursday at 2 o'clock. Got to go over to the seminar room, talk live the bunker busting stripers for spring and fall. But we've got a great lineup after me. I'll tell you what, Mojo stripers, jig and wreckfish, both sea bass and blackfish, doormat fluke tactics, tuna, electronics, plenty of striper presentations, plenty of fluke presentations, just what everybody likes. Take a look at the article that's posted at thefisherman.com. You can see the full seminar lineup for the New Jersey Boat Sale and Expo presented by the Marine Trades Association of New Jersey. Now, while my friend John DeBona and I are going to be here on Saturday doing subscriptions, giving out those Star Rods, pliers, and dry bags, I've got my buddy, my surf buddy Rich Dunn, is going to be out at Surf Day at Brookdale Community College in Lincroft. That's from 8:30 until 4:30 on Saturday. Got some great seminars there as well from folks like Bob Bott, Frank Mahalik, DJ Muller, and Blake Griffiths from Fish Heads. And of course, Rich is going to be doing the subscription deal over there as well. I think there are 14 surf seminars that day. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to get them all in, but I'm sure you surfcasters will give it a try. Now, also on Saturday, we're also going to be out at my alma mater, Southern Regional Fishing Flea Market. That's being held from 8 till 2 at the Southern Regional Middle School Cafeteria. That's at 75 Cedar Bridge Avenue in Manahawkin. The man, the myth, the legend, the radio guru himself, Tom P. from Rack and Fin Radio. He's going to be out there manning the Fisherman booth, doing subscriptions out there. Not sure how he's going to break away from his radio program on Saturday morning to get there. Make sure you say hello. So plenty of options this weekend if you want to get inside and talk shop. Of course, on the fishing front, there are some things that you can turn to. Now, if you remember last week's video, I was talking about those boats out of Indian River. A lot of guys had moved out of Indian River Inlet. Well, we found out that the Fish Whisperer was off Virginia last week. Check this out. Put Mark Sadowski on a 20.5-pound tog. Mark Sadowski, a 20.5-pound tog that he released. And he was fishing on that boat with world record holder Ken Westerfeld. So obviously the tog are on the prowl down south. In fact, speaking with the folks at Lewis Harbor Marina, we found out Chris Van also had a monster off of Ocean City, Maryland, 17.8 that he caught on the Maryland-based Reef Chief. But I do find out from doing some reports this week that there are boats sailing in New Jersey. And while that blackfish bite has been a little bit picky, there are some fish. And surprisingly, there's some fish inshore too. Take a look at this one. John Kowalewski was on his duck boat somewhere near shore. Take a look at that Manhattan skyline. So there are some tog that are biting inshore. And again, some boats are on the sale on the weekends, trying to pick through some of the fish. Guys are running out of Point, out of Belmar, occasionally out of Cape May as well. Even heard of some folks trying at the canal in Point Pleasant for some of those tog in there. That's according to the folks at Gabriel Tackle. Now, other boats like the Jamaica 2, the Voyager, plenty of boats still trying to get into that mid-range and deep offshore fishing on the weekends. A good cod taken on the Jamaica 2 this past Saturday. So what you want to do is check in the magazine. Pick up the Fisherman magazine, go to our website. But if you look around, there are some boats sailing and trying to get in on some of those fish on the inshore, mid-range, and offshore cod grounds as well. We spoke to Dave at Absecon Bay again, who reported that Matt hit a couple of dozen perch on bloods. Dave thinks it's somewhere up the Mullica, but he also says Great Egg Harbor River and also the Morris River as well, producing a few perch. Again, bloods, grass shrimp, even live minnows if you can get them. It's well worth some soak time in any of the creeks, rivers, maybe a deep hole in one of the lagoons, even behind your house if you want to give it a shot. Ice-wise, northwest Jersey, things are getting a little bit spotty with the recent thaw, especially with the warmer weather we've got this week, which is a surprise. It's certainly tough, some of those ice conditions holding a shirtless Jason Kelsey, that's for sure. But there are some open water areas which have been producing as well with some perch, pickerel, and we're even finding an active largemouth bite as well. I talked to Jimmy at Harry's Outdoors. He said a lot of guys are hitting that open water for largemouth. I wonder if some of these fish are almost getting into their pre-spawn behavior. Bucky D'Agostino found a good weather window recently to get the car topper out on an Ocean County lake, and again found some of those largemouth active. So there's definitely some fish out there. If you want to give it a shot to wet a line, it's definitely worth the effort, especially with a little bit of a warming trend that we've got. Finally, on the fluke front, ASMFC met last week, the Mid-Atlantic Council met this week. I'll have more, I hope, sometime next week at thefisherman.com in terms of a summary. Although Andy at Riptide Bait and Tackle, he posted this to Facebook earlier in the week, some options for New Jersey in 2018. I've got to confirm these. 3 fish, 18 inches, just like we had last year. I would hope that we still have that Delaware regulation, that Delaware Bay Shore regulation. But 3 of our choices look to be May 25th to September 22nd, May 22nd to September 20th, or May 15th to September 16th. So it sounds like we've got an extra 2.5 weeks of fluke season this year, and I guess we'll take it, right? Any good news is news worth taking. Again, this will all get finalized in New Jersey at the Marine Fisheries Council meeting, which is scheduled for March 15th at 5 o'clock. Now, if you want to know more about fluking politics, you might want to come on out here to the Raritan Center, come to the Jersey Boat Sale and Expo this Sunday. Jim Donofrio from the Recreational Fishing Alliance, he's entrenched in D.C. and Trenton politics, and he's got a presentation out here. The folks from the RFA can answer any questions you have. So stop by, see Jimmy on Sunday, and of course stop by our booth here in Edison. Pick up your complimentary copy of the February edition of the Fisherman magazine while supplies last. Take advantage of the show special, the Star Rod Pliers and Dry Bag. I hope to see you here. Otherwise, I'll see you next week here at thefisherman.com.
The Fishing News is brought to you by Okuma.